acknowledgement of somewhere within the organization, there's that level of concern, frustration, or absolutely has view of we need to sharpen that. So the process is doing what it's supposed to do, which is, if we're here today and we've got to be over there, we just highlighted it pretty well. It's a nice job. Leaning in and highlighting something I probably wouldn't have indexed that heavily on. It's awesome. So number one, that empowered decision making, purposeful speed, move with more pace, trust, all that's embedded in number one. On the second one, we had consistent accountability and expectations. In parentheses, we had consistent process. So there was kind of a run as an own ranch, consistent process. I pulled the consistent process out because to me, it was maybe a mismatch in kind of how we got those aligned. Made it purely consistent accountability and expectations. Then we pulled out the direct and honest feedback. When you pull out the consistent process, that one aligned really well. We wanted to pull it up and give that one some space there. The next one is failure as an innovation accelerator. We added the word innovation. So it's an accelerator, but it's to innovate, to move faster. Making sure we take calculated risk, invest in how we fail fast, and move things forward at a better pace, better agility as an organization. We didn't move it up, but we did talk about number 7, this notion of being proactive, troubleshooting, finding solutions, being a pretty close, almost implied message within that innovation as an accelerator. So we didn't pull it up, but that's kind of our thought process there. Number 4 is that outcome and customer focus. To use Jeff's terms, invest first in making our clients' lives easier. When we do that, we will generate stronger revenue, stronger profitability. We will have what we need to invest not only in our customers' lives easier, but also as employee owners. So that one I really love, the outcome and customer focus. And then by nature of what number 5 is, we left it off. That's going to be our whole week. So that's the top 4.
All right, thank you, Jason. Any questions? Okay, here's the next step in the process. The wording here are just placeholders. What you're going to do next is starting to put some specific words. And the list will get back up there, but I want to give you some instructions as we come together and write what we call cultural beliefs. And I'll give you some examples of these. So in a minute, we'll divide into 4 groups. So be thinking, if you have some specific passion around one of these themes, you'll have the opportunity to go to that. You will all have the opportunity to give input on all 4 of them. Because we're going to divide up into 4 groups. You're going to come up with a draft version of what we call a cultural belief, which includes a title and a statement. And then we're going to rotate. And on that draft version that you create, you're going to get feedback from all the groups, and you're going to be able to give feedback as a group to all the other groups. Now, as you go to write a draft version of a cultural belief, the first thing we would say is it starts with the word I. I is the first word. Why does it start with I? Why not we? When I say we, who do I really mean? I mentioned my teenage boys, I have 2 of them, and often the garbage is supposed to get out Monday night to be picked up on Tuesday, and we have to have a little discussion. And I would say, hey, we need to do a better job of getting the garbage out on Monday night. To be clear, I'm not taking the garbage out. Okay? That's not you. So we just start with I. We have to get to we in this process. It starts first with I. So it starts with I. The next word after I should be action-oriented. It should be some kind of a verb. I take, I make, I direct, whatever it is. I'll show you some examples. Words like believe and will just are soft and don't work well as that second word. So it's I, and then some verb, some sort of action word. You're going to create a draft, right? I could sum up all of these 2 instructions here with just start writing. Just start getting some things down. This is not a super eco-friendly exercise. You go through some paper, start writing some versions. We'll eventually tell you you've got like 5 minutes to get to a draft version that you can then get feedback on. They should consist of a statement and a 2-word title. Let me give you some examples. One team is the title. I shatter silos and act as one. Customer customer obsessed, you have a theme around customers. I deliver world-class value for our customers every time. Speak up. I seek and provide timely feedback to improve myself and our results. So they need to just think directive in nature, right? Both title and statement. You can read that and go, yeah, I have a pretty good idea of what that is. Now just know, tomorrow we're going to introduce some tools that help give further context and kind of a vision of what these look like in action. Right now we want to create or capture the essence of the shift. How do we meet people showing up relative to our culture? All right? Any questions? We're going to be around. We'll offer any help as you go, but in the end, you're going to feel like this is yours. This is not Culture Partners. We'll help you. Okay, any questions before we divide up? All right. Let's start with that one in the back, the customer. How many do we have total? Let me see, 30? Yeah. So probably, depending on how many we have.
We have 32. It's divisible by
32. That's easier. Okay, so we'll take the first 7 or 8 or so. Each one. But customer, are we exactly 32? Are we really? Oh, 32. Okay, so I'll take. Okay, I got 1. I need 7 more to go to customer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. If there's anyone else who wants to join late, they can. Innovation. Maybe who wants to go to innovation? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Any other innovation? Last one's going to have extra. All right, let's go decision making. Who wants to go decision making? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Any others for decision making?
Jesse, you want to part of
Who doesn't have a spot yet? Raise your hand if you have a spot.
accountability?
Okay, you will be at accountability. If you get there and there's too many, feel free from the accountability group to join in the other groups. All right, go ahead. Move the chairs in a little bit if you would. Get yourself some room. Put your chairs in front of yourselves. Okay, on the screen you see the shifts. Focus on the singular part of the shift.